What's up, everybody? It's Brenton Brown from Forza Tuning and Performance. And what I have here is the blower for the Dream Giveaway 2020 Charger wide body Hellcat that we're doing the Stage 4 1,000 horsepower package on. So as you can see, this does not look like the typical Hellcat Demon Red Eye blower. This is from Joker's Performance. They did the entire blower package for us for this. They did all the customization on it. So I'm just gonna kind of go over, aside from the aesthetics, I'm gonna talk about the inside of the Supercharger a little bit, what he's done, why his service makes it better. So let's get started. So obviously you can see we got this custom color. It's black with the orange stripes that match the theme of the car. So he can pretty much do any color, design, really whatever you come up with. The sticker on the front of the Supercharger, obviously that is a custom sticker done to match the car. And then he just did everything else black. So now I want to talk about the individual pieces and what he's actually done. So this Supercharger has all upgraded bearings. This is his full race version. You can see right here, this is a CNC bearing plate. What this does is when the air comes into the Supercharger, this increases airflow velocity. So this really helps in conjunction with the porting on the front drive that I'm going to show you, increase the power output from this Supercharger, even at stock boost levels. Here we have the intercooler bricks. I'm going to put this, I'm just going to place one in here just so you can kind of see. Basically fits in here like this. It's pretty snug fit. Okay, so I'm gonna end up taking that back out on final assembly, but I'm just gonna kind of show you. So the air comes in the front drive, through here, comes out the rotor pack, through the inside of the lid, and then it gets forced down through each one of these bricks and into the cylinder heads. So the reason I'm showing you this is I have a stock one, and this is the same brick that is in every Hellcat, Trackhawk, Demon, Red Eye, every single one of them, even 2.4 or 2.7 liter blower. This is a product that we have just released. I'm showing you, we've done this, we've done some testing on these, but this is actual production piece. And what this does is this drastically increases the cooling capacity of the intercooler. So intake air temperatures are drastically lower with these. We're offering these for any of our builds. Or we're going to sell these retail. So anybody that wants them, we'll sell them to you. And you can look at the main difference here at the core size between the stock one and the ones that we have made. So on the initial testing on the Trackhawk, with these in conjunction with our new heat exchanger, we were able to take 1,000 horsepower Trackhawk and have intake air temperatures that are actually lower than a stock Trackhawk. So drastically improved performance. So I just want to take a second and just kind of highlight that. So on to everything else. So that's what these do. The lid, really nothing here. This is just strictly looks. And this is pretty cool looking. I think it's gonna go along really good with the theme of the car. And here's probably a huge piece of the puzzle, and this is the Supercharger front drive. Couple things, you can see that this lip in here is where the original throttle body gasket went, which is here. So since this is all CNC ported, you no longer have that. So what we're gonna seal this with is some Permatex Right stuff. You can use the gray or the black, and this seals perfectly fine, no need to worry about it. And there is a lot of material taken out of here. You can see the porting is really nice. It does a super good job here. And obviously there's upgraded bearings, a hub, everything else in here. So here's our bypass valve, nothing special there. We're gonna go with the stock throttle body on this unit. Typically, we just use a stock throttle body. We don't really have any problems with them. Some guys want the upgraded Kong throttle body. In my opinion, at this power level, the stock throttle body drives just a little bit better. But again, it's just personal preference. This is what we're gonna do on this car. So the only other thing that I'm gonna show you here is this pulley. This is by Grip Tech. They make phenomenal pulleys. They donated this to the package, and it's done and it looks really good. And so this is a 285 upper pulley. And the thing about their pulleys is they have a special cut down here in the grooves, and they've got a really aggressive coating. So these pulleys do a really good job of minimizing belt slip. So this is what we're gonna put on the front of it. And the only other thing are the Supercharger spacers, which these are our spacers. These are the stock intake gaskets, and they're metal or aluminum and have like an O-ring around them, pretty thin. So these are our spacers. A lot of people ask about them. We've been using these for several years now. These basically are 3/8 of an inch thick, so they increase the runner length. They lift the blower up, so you get a little bit more torque. But the most important thing is the material that these are made out of. These do not conduct heat. So if you have the Supercharger and it's bolted directly to the cylinder heads with the metal gasket, the heat transfer from the engine up into the Supercharger case, there's nothing as a barrier. It just goes right up in it before the engine gets very hot. So now this 3/8 thick spacer is in between the Supercharger space, so it's not metal to metal contact. So the heat transfer is drastically less. In conjunction with this, we use some longer bolts. These are the stock Supercharger bolts that go down through the lid, through the case and into the cylinder heads. We use these upgraded Hartin bolts just because of the added length, the thickness of the gasket. So we will not use the stock bolts anymore. And a heat blanket. This is a thermal heat blanket. And what we do with this is this basically goes on the intake valley. And its job is to basically prevent the heat from the intake valley coming up and heat soaking the bottom of the blower. So we're gonna put this on. And then finally, we're going to put our fuel rails on, and we're gonna go ahead and install our injectors. These are 1000 cc injectors by Fuel Injector Connection. These are our go-to injector guys. We use them on pretty much every single build. Phenomenal product. They're all balanced, flow matched, every single set. So fueling is not an issue, it's precise. So that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start assembling this, and we're gonna get it together so we can get it on the car. Okay, cool. Logan's got the Supercharger on, the car's all done. We obviously have it strapped down on the dyno. So let's see what it does. Let me finish out the tuning and see what this car makes. Okay, everybody, so we're done on the dyno. Car puts down about 850 horsepower to the wheels. So whoever wins this is gonna get an incredible car. If you wanna know how to win this thing, it's real easy. Just go to dreamgiveaway.com and you can use our promo code Forza to get more chances to win. So good luck, enter to win, see you guys later.